What's up and welcome back to the Scuffed Ass Podcast for episode number 331. Wonder's married now.
I'm officially married. Yay. No more stresses of the weddings.
Fair. I will say, I don't know if you noticed this, but I am sorry for about halfway through the wedding when the three of us couldn't stop laughing. Me, Kevin, and my girlfriend. Yeah, I don't think anybody did. It wasn't a loud laugh, but like the is your guy a preacher or a pastor? I don't fucking know.
He's a pastor.
Okay, when the pastor was like, we're gonna grab hands in prayer, Kevin tried to grab my hand and I fucking flung my hand across the fucking So it was really funny, and then all three of us were trying not to laugh. We also, before everything started, the first time Mom had came back and was I don't know if she had to bring the diaper bag back or something, before everything was fully started. It was right before she had to leave. Me and Kevin and my girlfriend were all making jokes about how we were shocked we didn't catch on fire when we walked in the church. Of course, as soon as we start going, now it's going to be weird. Did you hear all that?
No, I did not.
Okay. Yeah.
I just paused it is all. I paused the download,
yeah.
So after we're done with this, I might have to sit here for a little bit because that's 64%.
But yeah, so we all three of us were making jokes about how we were surprised we didn't burst into flames when we walked in.
It's funny that you say that because when I looked over and seen you for the first time and I gave you a little head nod or whatever, the first thing I thought was, well, he didn't burst into flames, so he must not be damned that bad.
It was really funny.
It was pretty funny.
I got to do the hi, I don't get to come talk to you, but hi.
Right.
You looked like you were dying of heat stroke.
Oh, dude.
It was so hot in there.
Yes. I would agree. And I had been in there for a while I started off with my coat on. And then I was like, oh, God, I got to take this off. So I took it off. It took forever. We were supposed to be, going way before we were. But Aspen's dress took a little longer than expected, so I was just in there dying of heat stroke in the child room, the little daycare room.
Yeah.
But yeah, wearing 8 layers and it being 80 degrees in the church was not a good idea. I mean, don't really have a choice, but that's kind of how Texas tuxedos work. But
wow. I feel like the church didn't need to be that warm.
Usually it's freezing in there. When we have normal church in there, it is cold. Usually I go in there and it's you're sitting there, you got goosebumps, and it gets a little better after there's a bunch of people in there, it gets a little warmer, but when you first get in there, it's pretty cold in there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it went pretty well. What'd you think of seeing Cody in a dress?
What? Did I miss that? What?
Were you not there?
Maybe not. When did that happen?
You might not have been there yet.
I might. I don't think I was. What did I miss here?
That makes sense because it was only family there because it was for the reveal.
Gotcha.
So this whole time, when we first get there, there's a lot of chaos going on. You got people going everywhere, trying to get stuff situated, and I'm trying to get dressed. I get my tuxedo on, and I'm trying to help my brother get his on, and it's just a lot of stress going on. And Cody's just not putting his tux on. He keeps disappearing and then coming back and disappearing and coming back. And I'm and he's giving me updates oh, it's going to be a minute. It's going to be a minute. Aspen's dress is taking a long time because we're supposed to do the reveal, because she and I we haven't seen each other in the tux or dress yet. So I was okay, maybe Cody's just being the messenger or whatever. But it got later on and Cody just like disappears. And I'm like, where is Cody? He has not even started putting his tux on. I'm starting to stress out about that. And I'm like, whatever. It does not take very long to put a tux on. He'll figure it out. And so I go out, and they're like, oh, we're ready for the reveal. So I go out, and they bring me up to the front, pretty close to where I was standing at the beginning of the wedding, you know, when you were there. And they have me turn and face away, like, because they want her to walk up behind me and then have me turn around. And then the photographer gets all the pictures and stuff, you know, of my reaction and, you know. And so I'm like, okay, I've seen this on, you know, TikTok a million times. So I'm sitting there and I'm standing there, you know, just waiting and all I hear the crowd just start, you know, cheering and hooping and hollering. Oh my God, Aspen, you look so beautiful, you know. I'm like, oh, you know, I bet she does. You know, I'm sitting here, you know, just waiting to get the okay to turn around, you know, I'm sitting here. And I'll tell you, I knew something was off right before I turned around because, like, the photographer, so I'm faced towards this white wall and Aspen is supposedly right behind me, and the photographer is taking pictures. So I get the flash and the shadow of two individuals on the wall. And I'm like thinking to myself, like, did Aspen decide to wear heels all of a sudden? Because, like, she's a little taller than me, but not that much taller than me.
I don't know, man. The entire wedding, she seemed so much taller than you.
Well, she's not 6'5", I can tell you that.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. That's fair.
And so I'm sitting here going, and like a split second in my mind, all I could think of was, like, did she put heels on? Because she told me she was not going to do that. And then I get this tap on my shoulder, and I turn around, and there is Cody in Aspen's. She had another white dress from a prior thing, and he's in Aspen's dress, and I'm like, what the hell? I did not know this. I had no clue that this was happening. And so I'm like, oh, what the hell, you know? And they even had, like, the bra, the dressed boob area, stuffed full of my daughter's freaking burp rags so that he had a busty chest, you know?
Oh, my God. That's funny.
Yeah, all of this happened before you got there, just so you know. So
incredible.
Honestly, like, I think it kind of, like, thwarted my reaction when I actually got to see Aspen, like, in a way. Like, it was funny, don't get me wrong, but, like, you know, I was standing there, I was in the moment, I was starting to get a little bit emotional, you know, getting ready to turn around and see Aspen for the first time, and I turn around and there's Cody standing in a white dress.
Yeah.
And he tries to kiss me.
Okay.
He's like, oh, good, you know, Cody. He's a corker, you know.
Yeah.
And he tries to hug me. I'm like, get off of me, you know. But, like, when I did actually get to see Aspen, like, I turn around and there's Aspen, and you know, I'm just, like, still, like, flabbergasted from what I just seen, because Cody in a dress is not the most appealing sight in the world, you know. So a part of me was like, you know, I kind of screwed up my, you know, moment, but it was funny for the rest of everybody, so I guess it was worth it.
Fair enough.
But anyway, Aspen looked really good in her dress, and then we, you know, started the wedding.
Yeah.
A little while later, and so, but I think it went well. We didn't want the wedding. We wanted it to be, like, mostly traditional, aside from the rope braiding. That was Aspen's idea.
Gotcha.
And so, but other than that, we wanted it to be mostly traditional. We wanted it to be fairly quick so that we could get, you know, we had a ton of pictures that we needed to take with family and all this other stuff we needed to do. So we wanted to get the wedding part over with so we could get the pictures taken and haul ass and get to the reception, because we had a whole bunch of stuff we needed to do for the reception before we took sunset pictures. And so that all went really well. I think, honestly, as far as wedding goes, there's always usually something that goes, like, awry when it comes to weddings, and I think this one kind of went off without a hitch, really.
Fair.
We had a lot of people there. We had good food. I feel really bad now though, because as soon as you guys walked in and stuff, I forgot to get you guys the ingredient components of the of the food.
It's all good.
And I was like, I felt really bad because I was like, I would have liked to have been able to give you like the stuff so that like if you could eat, you could eat.
Yeah, it was all good. That is
really
why we
good.
were late. We went and grabbed dinner just in case.
Yeah, I figured that's.
Yeah.
So I figured you guys went and ate something but
yeah, it was all good. It happens. There was so much going on. Like it was just one of those like, it's all good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just one of those he's been busy. This happens.
Yeah, it was just like an onslaught of just constant information that I had to remember. And honestly, I didn't know what half of the stuff was going to be when we were at the reception. So that was kind of a last minute, like, here's an itinerary and,
Yeah.
But I think it went well. The one thing that didn't go well, I will say, doesn't have anything to do with the wedding or the reception or anything. So Aspen and I went to town today. I took work off because we had a whole bunch of stuff we needed to get done. Her parents left today. So I, wanted to be around to help them. Are you there?
Yeah. Nothing seemed like I was. Oh no. Oh no, what just happened? Is it him or me? It's him. It's his end. Okay, good. I mean, bad, but good. I don't know what to do though.
Oh, I think I'm back.
There we are. Yeah,
it's my internet.
Yeah, I ran a test like a speed test. I was like, did I do that or did he?
Now it's showing me that I had no connection to the video chat.
Love that.
So, yeah. So I am going to go to Starlink. I'm so sick and tired of my internet just randomly dropping.
If you don't want random drops, do not go to Starlink. It's going to do that more often. And it's slower. Like, genuinely, it changes around every time the satellites move position, which constantly happens. It's the thing. You remember all of Anthony's problems with it. Like, it's not going to fix this. But you are just screwed waiting until you get wired.
The reason I think it'll be different is because our area is the best area to have Starlink. My sister just got it, and her average download time speeds are like nearly 300, and her upload speeds are in the 30s, which right now my download speeds are like consistently at like 94, and upload speeds are like 16. But I haven't completely decided to go to it yet. Because my sister got it, so I told her, I said, after a few weeks, let me know how it was, because she is constantly on the internet with her work.
Yeah.
And so if it's doing like the dropping thing, it won't be long, and she'll switch back to the other internet.
That's fair.
But if she says that it seems to be pretty stable, and the other reason why I don't think it'll have the dropping problem is that we have multiple satellites that are in our area.
Well, yeah, but they move. They're constantly circling the Earth.
Right, but it's so like other places. So like where Anthony's at, he has one satellite that goes from here to here, and then the next satellite picks it up. But the difference between here is there's 5 or 6 satellites that happen to just consistently always be over our area. It's just, if you look it up, because you can look up a map on the best places to have Starlink, and Wyoming is like one of the best places to have it because it's constantly has really good connection to a satellite. So,
that's fair.
And the thing is I'm so sick and tired of my internet now that I have constantly dropping just having connection issues. And then when I call them, they're just like, "Oh, everything's fine. I don't see any issues." It's like, well, then why am I dropping all the time? Like, why am I constantly going from 99, which is normal, to freaking 40 or 50 or 35 and, constantly having issues? And you guys say everything's just fine. And
That's
you guys
fair.
refuse to bring fiber into my town. So, because I'm thinking about going to Starlink. And then if I like that, I'll stay with that. And then once they finally do get fiber here, I'll go to fiber, because I was over at Heath's house on Sunday and I was complaining about internet and stuff. And he goes, "Oh, you should run my internet." So I connected to his Wi-Fi and ran his internet. He was getting like 560 download and like 412 upload. I'm like, "Are you kidding? You must have went to fiber, didn't you?" And he's like, he just got this shit-eating grin on his face. I'm like, "You bastard. I wish I had fiber."
Fair.
But also the other reason why I might go to Starlink is the fact that it's way cheaper than what I'm paying now for their best services, which is 200 download and I think 30 upload or something like that.
That's fair.
Which my sister is getting like nearly 300 download, and they said that it'll probably get better as she gets connected to multiple satellites. So I'm like, well, shit. If that's the case, that's a little more appealing, because it used to be like, "Oh, you'll get 130 download speed and 15 upload." And I'm like, well, why would I go to, pay the money to go to Starlink when it's not that much better than what I'm getting now? So apparently they got a lot more satellites in our area now. And but like I said, I'm going to give it the 2 or 3 week trial through my sister. And if she says I didn't have any issues whatsoever in that 2 or 3 weeks, I'm probably going to go to it. And if I have that much issues, I'll come back to, the internet that I have now, because like, there's no, like, if I were to stay at, like, my mother, she was or like had the internet long enough so that her internet bill was only $80 a month.
Yeah.
I pay $110 a month.
Yeah.
And I don't even use their stupid router. It's like $150 a month for their router and shit. So, and then Starlink is it's like $82 a month. Fair. So I'll save money and supposedly have better internet. So I don't know.
I mean, fair enough. I don't know.
Right. I'm skeptical too. Don't worry.
Yeah. I've just never heard anything good actually about Starlink, like ever.
But I also have a couple of neighbors that have gone to it within the last year, and they've got nothing but good things to say about it. And I think honestly it has to do with we're in just the correct area to do it, Fair. Like if I was in another state, I probably wouldn't even, think about it. But then again, I probably wouldn't have to think about it anyway, because other states have better freaking internet options.
Also fair.
Even Nebraska has 14 different options that are 20 times better than what we have here.
Yeah.
So, but whatever. I'll give it a try, see what happens. It probably won't happen for a while because you still have to pay, some money for the equipment.
Yeah.
But yeah, and we're trying to go on a honeymoon here soon.
Yeah.
And we also have medical bills we still have to pay off.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's that. But anyway, besides the internet, I was talking about the one issue we've had with this wedding so far.
Yeah.
And nothing to do with the reception or the wedding or anything. But today, since I took work off, I decided to go with Aspen to town to drop off the tuxedos, and we had to drop off the marriage license and get the license or whatever at the courthouse. We get into the courthouse, and so Aspen's got to go through all of this stuff to change your name, which is a pain in the ass. If anybody's ever been through it, they
yes,
know.
it is.
Yes. So anyway, she's got this whole like list of things she needs to do to get her name changed or whatever. But in order to get any of this started, you have to have a marriage license. And so we go into the courthouse and we go in there and we go, have the form filled out or whatever. And the guy signed it and he's sitting there, and shouldn't take very long. All he has to do is log in the information and send it in. And then he can print off a copy, give it to Aspen, and then she can take that and go start getting the name change thing figured out. We get in there, and it's taking forever. This guy's trying to log in the name, he's sitting there at the computer, and you can hear him saying, well, where in the hell's it at? I can't figure out where it went. Where'd it go? Because, he has a thing, but he's like trying to log in the information and stuff. And this lady comes over, and she's apparently got more experience with it. She's like, well, usually you got to go here. If it disappears, then you go here, then you go. They finally find it. Okay, so the guy's like, well, I'm still having issues logging in the information, blah, blah, blah. So she's like, finally, she's like, all right, just turn it over to me. I'll do it. You go help this other guy. So he's like, okay. So she sits there for a little bit. And it's like another 10 minutes or so. And then finally, this lady comes up, and she has a copy of our deal, and she puts it on the table, and she says, so there's an issue with this marriage license. So the names were entered into the system incorrectly, and so we can't give you a marriage license today, because the names are, so basically at the top of the paper that we turned in, you had to print your name, which is first, middle, and last name. I specifically remember this on the paper, and Aspen and I, so it's cut in half, so you got Aspen's side and my side. And I remember her doing her name first, middle, last, because I'm like, okay, because I sometimes on paperwork, I will screw it up on like tax forms and shit like that, where sometimes it'll be like, put the last name, then the middle name, then the first name, or whatever word. And so I specifically remember looking at Aspen's name and then looking, and it said first, middle, last name. So I remember writing my first and my middle, my last name. And I specifically remember, because I never write my middle name, a Q does not roll off an N very well in the way I write,
Fair. Yeah.
So I have to like write out Colton and then like reset myself and then write my middle name, so I specifically remember writing my first, my middle name, and my last name on the paper. And so the lady comes up and goes, well, it was logged in to the system incorrectly, and it showed on the paper. So she showed us where it was like, Aspen's name, it was her last name, her middle name, and then her first name, where it's supposed to be first, middle, last. And then you look at my name, and it's my last name, my first name, and my middle name. And I'm like, and then the lady has the balls to look us in the face and goes, well, I'm not blaming anybody, not saying it's anybody's fault. And I had to bite my tongue so hard. Aspen grabs my arm, because I about smacked the table and said, you saying we did it? You saying it's our fault? Because I know it wasn't our fault. It's the dipshit that we were here before. And she's working right back there. I could see her who did it. There's a little short lady that logged in our stuff. And I know you guys have a copy of that first paper we turned into, because you have to keep that copy.
Yeah.
So don't look at us like it's our fault. And then she goes, well, we can't give you the license. You have to go and get on the whatever website for the state and contact them, and you have to go through and try and have it changed. And I'm like, so we have to fix your guys' fuck up. I see how this is. I was so usually Aspen's the one that gets a little hot in these situations, but I was not having it. I've been very sleep deprived, and I've been tired. I was up I woke up at like 6:30 this morning, and got all the mowing and all the yard work done before we went to town. And so I'm tired, irritable, And I'm like, I wanted to yell at that lady, like, you don't want to blame anybody. I'm like, there's only one person to blame. It was you guys. You guys are the ones that fucked it up. This is your mistake.
Oh
and I know you can't even say like because you think that we wouldn't have looked at each other's names and wrote the names out the same way. They're wrote two different ways. They're entered into the system two different ways. That's how I know it was on your guys' side. And
yeah, that's
furthermore, I know for a fact that when you guys go to do marriage licenses and stuff, it gives you a step-by-step how to log our information off that paper. So, in other words, you people are the ones that aren't very good at reading directions. I was so pissed. I was like, what? I was like, all right, whatever. I'm tired of standing here. My daughter's getting pissed. Grab the paper and we walked out of there. And Aspen's like, God damn, dude.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
It's ridiculous. Why do I have to? And then try and tell us that, we're not saying it's anybody's fault, as it insinuating that we were the ones that were at fault. Playing, no, it's not. It's your dumbasses that did it. But anyway, that's just one more thing and all this stuff has to be like, in order to be valid, has to be turned in within 10 days. So I told her, I was like, so is this going to screw with our paperwork if we don't get this turned in within 10 days? If there's a difficulty or anything like that? She goes, oh, it won't take 10 days to get this changed. And I'm like, okay, well, you guys have already fucked up before. Yeah. Are you guys just blowing smoke up my ass and this is going to be a drawn out process and we're going to have to go and find our pastor and our witnesses and re-notarize this freaking form? Because if that's the case, shit's going to come uncorked on the courthouse. Like, y'all are going to owe me some money for mental damage or something.
Fair.
Think I'll settle for $100,000. Thank you very much.
I mean, fair. But yeah, that's ridiculous.
I'm pretty salty. I'm salty about it, if you couldn't tell. I'm very salty.
I think it's fair. Like,
you guys, this is your job. Your job is to this is all you do is sit there and you log in information. You're at the courthouse. You all just sit there and log in for. So then, and the other thing that blows my mind is that when we got our marriage license and we signed all this stuff, and this lady, she commented about, oh, we've done like 25 of these in the last like couple of days. There's a lot of people getting married. And I'm like, oh. So then I'm sitting there thinking to myself, did you fuck up 25 freaking papers?
No, they only fucked up yours.
I don't know what pisses me off more. The fact that they just fucked up ours or if they fucked up 25 people. I sometimes wonder if they do this on purpose so that they could just be like, oh, you guys go do our job for us because it's messed up. So you guys have to go and take care of the information part of it before you bring it back here.
Well,
I don't know.
I'm annoyed. I can tell.
Frustrated, annoyed.
I mean, I get it. That sounds fucking stupid. I get it. That's 90% of the reason I'm so not looking forward to doing mine is like, it's like you have to go to every place you've ever been before and be like, yeah, I need my name changed on all the things. You got to go get a new bank card. You got to get new credit cards. You got to get new fucking everything, like everything gets changed because of that, which is ridiculous.
Right. The good thing is Aspen's been wanting to get like a why am I drawing a blank? Passport.
Yeah.
She's been wanting to get a passport. And I'm like, what better time to get a passport? So she's like, I'm just gonna get a passport while I'm at it, just because passports are good to have. Especially like in the state of Wyoming, when you go to vote, you can register same day. Like, so like you can walk in and be like, oh, they'll ask you, are you registered to vote? And you'll either say yes or no, or I don't know. And they'll search and go, oh, yep, you're registered. And then they give you your thing and you go and vote.
Yeah.
If you have a passport, it makes things a lot easier. You can just hand them the passport and blam, they register you right there on the spot and then you go vote or whatever. So it'll be nice that she has a passport, because otherwise she'd have to have like, usually you can just get away with just having an ID. But sometimes if you're new, moved into town and haven't voted there before yet, and they don't know you, they'll ask for 2 forms of ID. So like it has to be a picture ID of some sort usually. So like me, I would give them my state ID and my driver's license, or whatever, 2 forms to prove that you're a citizen of, of Wyoming or the town or whatever, depending on what you're voting on. So it'll be nice that she'll just get her, passport, since she's never voted here before. Of course, if she walks in with me, they'll be like, oh, this must be Colton's wife. So
yeah,
especially since half the town of Fort Laramie was,
it was only half.
Reception. Well,
there were less people at the reception than I was expecting, to be honest.
Well, there was supposed to be like 215 people that RSVP'd, and we thought there was going to be more people that showed up without RSVPing, but they didn't.
Which is like kind of nice, but you were like planning on that.
Right. So we only had like 186 chairs or something like that. And so they're like, oh, do we need to like put up extra tables and put extra chairs? And I was like, probably not. Because I have a feeling that even though we have 215 people that have RSVP'd, usually on an average wedding, you'll get like 20 to 40 people that don't show up or forget about it or whatever. And so we were expecting 215, and we ended up with like 179 or something like that, or 175 that showed up. So it worked out. We had plenty of chairs. So I didn't have to worry about people fighting over places to sit. And so
how was the rest of the reception? Was there any like things that you guys did that we missed? Like,
we did. So I can try to remember how long you were there and what.
We left like 8:30 probably, because like all the speeches had been done, all the different dances. There was one dance that we were all talking about at our table, because I think it was you that like announced whatever the dance was. And it was just you and Aspen. It wasn't like your first dance, but it was something later. You announced what it was. Not a single person around us knew what you said, though.
Oh, so I said, I said that the dance floor is open. Come and join us for a dance.
Okay. See, because we didn't know, because you had like, I think you had mentioned at some point, like, the dollar dance and whatever. And we were like, we don't know if they did that and nobody knows what's going on. We were like, we have no clue what's happening up there. So it ended up just being you and Aspen the whole time, because I don't think anybody knew what you said.
I wondered about that, because I was like, God damn, they just left us up here hanging.
Yeah.
Nobody came and joined us.
Nobody knew what you said.
I am a terrible dancer. So we tried to two-step. Aspen's better at two-stepping than I am, but I am awful, terrible at any kind of dancing other than slow dancing. And so I'm just feeling awkward as shit up there trying to dance. And yeah, it was pretty, I could tell it was so bad. So bad. And then nobody else came up here to dance to kind of cover us up a little bit. But
nobody knew what you said. So I don't think anybody wanted to like be a problem. So it was just, I guess we'll all sit here and wait.
Yeah, I wondered. But like, I wasn't going to stop the middle of the dance and be like, hey, where's everybody at?
Right. No, fair. Yeah. But yeah, that's what happened there, if you had been curious.
So, anyway, we were gonna do a dollar dance, but with them, the photography lady, we were gonna like skip the sunset pictures and go just straight into the dollar dance or whatever. But the lady was like, we're like, oh, we're not sure if we want to take the sunset pictures. And she was like, you're going to take sunset pictures. Like, she was like, like, this is gonna happen. So she's like, we're all gonna go get in your pickup and we're gonna go somewhere and take some sunset pictures right now. And I was like, oh, okay. So then we just vanished for 30 minutes or so. and went and took sunset pictures, which I'm glad we did. But then when we got back, I was like, I really don't feel like doing a dollar dance anymore because I feel really, really awkward about dancing. And it's awkward enough dancing with people I know. It'd be even worse if I danced with people I don't know. So I'm like, I'm not that worried about making money to go on our honeymoon. I'm pretty sure we probably did well enough just off of the cards and stuff that people gave us.
Yeah.
And but like we didn't end up with as much money as I was hoping for to go on our honeymoon, but it's enough for us to go, which is nice. And because I was hoping we would make enough money that we could pay our medical bills off and then still be able to go to the honeymoon. We won't be able to do that.
Fair.
So we're just going to do like a payment plan on the medical deal since it's usually 0 interest to get medical.
Yeah.
So we're just going to make minimal payments on that for now and then have the ability to go on our honeymoon, which we finally figured out a date on when we're going.
Yeah, when you going?
So we're going to leave October 4th. Okay. And come back on the 9th, October 9th.
Okay, so like 5 days. That's not too bad.
Yeah, so we'll leave on like a Sunday and come back on a Friday. And then that way we'll have a couple days at home to kind of get settled back at home before we go back to work and stuff.
Fair.
So.
Makes sense.
Also, the well's been running dry because we didn't realize that the insurance company, when you take short-term disability, only pays for 8 weeks.
Love that.
That was not made known to us at any point. They were like, oh, you can get up to 12 weeks. And the way we understood it was as long as you were on the short-term disability, you got paid. No. Nobody mentioned the fact that, so I'm sitting here and I'm like, Aspen's looking and she's like, when's the last time you got paid for your, disability? And she's like, well, it's been a long time. What's going on? So she messaged them and it takes them forever to freaking get back to her.
Yeah.
And they were like, oh, well, that was only valid for 8 weeks. You can take up to 12 weeks and your job will be fine. You won't lose your job. But like, we only pay it for up to 8 weeks. And I'm like, well, that would have been nice to know.
Yeah.
Not that it would have changed anything, but like, we could have prepared for it a little better.
Right.
Yeah, bastards.
Because you wouldn't be expecting things still. Yeah.
Yes. Right. So, and it's not like they're like paying buku bucks either. They're only paying 50% of her paycheck anyway. So it's not like she's getting her full paycheck. So, but whatever. We'll be all right. I mean, I make enough money that we can survive.
Yeah.
That's not a big deal. It's just, it's kind of sets us back because we're trying to, save to go on a honeymoon.
Yeah.
And, but whatever. My raise goes into effect on July 1st.
Which is nice.
So that'll be nice. That'll be helpful. And then Aspen goes back to work on June 29th. So then we'll be getting her full paychecks again after that.
Yeah.
So we'll have a good couple of months, worth of paychecks before we go on our honeymoon. So we should be fine.
Yeah.
I'm not too worried about it.
Fair.
But yeah, it was fun. It was a lot, but it is also like now that it's done and we've settled in and everything's done, like there is a big weight of, lifted off my shoulders and Aspen's shoulders. I can tell that she's not quite as stressed out as she has been the last couple of months.
Yeah.
Just trying to, and it's not even like her stressing herself out. It's like other people that are like, oh my God, what are we going to do? And it's like, it's not even your wedding. Why are you freaking out? Which then freaks Aspen out. And I don't need that shit.
Yeah, that's
my sister being the worst one out of all of them.
Fun.
Yeah. So. But yeah, I am a married man. The other thing that sucks about it, I'm glad, but I'm not glad, but I'm just glad that I had a spare ring because my wedding ring doesn't get here until about 3 hours from now.
It's getting here today? What?
Yes. My wedding ring even though I ordered it like 2.5 months ago, is going to get here today.
Love that.
Yes. So, but we had that other one that we ordered that ended up being way too big, and we were going to send it back. And Aspen and I decided, maybe we should hold on to this one just in case, the other one doesn't get here in time. And I'm glad we did, because, we honestly just need something to put on my ring, or my ring finger. Just,
yeah.
It'd be weird if she was the only one with the ring, and then, I'm just there with nothing,
Yeah.
So don't have to find like a big bolt or something to put on my ring out of the machine shop or something.
Yeah, that would have been tough.
Yeah. So, but the problem is the ring that we had was size 13, which I'm a 10.5 on my ring finger. So size 13, for example, is about that size right there, not this size right here. So the whole night I had the ring on my index finger so I didn't lose it. And I kept getting comments like, well, that's not where that ring goes. And I'm like, well, because on the other one, it falls right off.
Yeah.
And then I have to go through and explain to them the whole reason why I have this big ass ring that doesn't fit.
Fun.
It's kind of a cool ring. I'm honestly glad it doesn't fit, because I don't really like it. I like the way it looks, but like it's like rough on the edges and sharp. And so like if I'm doing anything and like squeeze my hand in the wrong way, could like lay my finger open. I'm like, I don't know who thought this was a good idea. It's cool looking because it's like a Damascus design, basically. So it looks like a Damascus blade where it's got like the layers through it.
Yeah.
But it's gold. And so if anybody has a size 13 ring that would like to buy one that's brand spanking new, let me know. I'll give them a discount.
Nice. I don't think I need a size 13 ring.
Yeah, I guess. But yeah.
I don't feel like most people need a size 13 ring. That seems a little insane.
I don't know if you ever got to shake my
I did. We walked down that line and talked to everybody. Yeah. Aspen's mom I said who I was, and she did I know you. I was like, oh God, what do you know? That's not good.
A lot.
That's not good.
So you got to shake Aspen's father's hand then, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So for example, people, my hands are fairly big hands. They're usually like extra large to 2XL when it comes to buying gloves. Aspen's father's hands are about that much bigger than mine. And his hand is probably like that much thicker. That's how big his hands are. They're humongous. They're massive. Even the pastor, after shaking his hands, had to say something during the wedding about shaking, my father-in-law's oven mitts for hands.
Yeah.
He cannot buy regular gloves from a regular store. He has to special order his gloves in order for them to fit.
That's crazy.
Yes, he has massive... The dude should have played NFL, honestly. He's in the Hall of Fame in Nebraska for playing football. So he was a defensive end, basically. He looks like a person like that would be a defensive end. He's real tall, thick, lanky, and he's got massive freaking arms and massive hands. He's kind of a scary dude. I don't know if you'd want to piss him off because, he's a big, powerful dude. But anyway, what I'm getting at is he wears like a size 17 to 20 ring or something like that.
Jesus.
Yeah. And a size 13 falls right off of my fingers, except for my index finger.
Yeah. All I did when I saw it was like, damn, your ring didn't get here, huh?
No, it did not.
You were like, nope. So, and I was like, damn, that's tough.
I keep hoping to look down and see the message that says, what the shit? Oh my God. I just got the thing right now that says, your thing was delivered.
All right, go get your ring. Let's see it.
Well, it's not delivered here. It gets delivered to my folks.
Oh,
because I wasn't sure if I was going to be home. So there has to be somebody, because it's a jewel. You have to have somebody there to sign for it. So I sent it to my folks. They're always home. So.
Gotcha.
Yeah, delivered 10 seconds ago.
That's so funny.
I keep waiting to see the.
You keep waiting to see that, huh?
Yeah, that thing right there that showed up.
That's really
so. Yeah,
funny.
when we get done with this podcast, I will run and go get it. And then I'll come back and play video games because the Fortnite's got to finish downloading anyway. So
yeah, it do. That's really funny though. That timing is impeccable.
Right.
I don't think you could get timing like that again if you tried.
No, probably not. Probably not. So, but anyway, what did you think of the wedding? What? I
thought.
I know it's not really your guys' cup of tea.
No.
You know?
I thought, obviously it was it was traditional, but it was also very religious, and that's, whatever.
Uh-huh.
It's your wedding, right? So you guys get what you want out of it. That's how this works. Uh-huh. So that was fine. It was definitely very warm. I had 95% of it was okay. We have been talking about this, and I wasn't going to bring it up today, but you have asked.
Mm-hmm.
I thought there was one thing your pastor said that had me sitting there like, what the fuck are you talking about? In the middle of everything, remember, these rings only bind you in this lifetime. So if one of you dies, just move on. I was like, what the fuck? That was to me, that was insane.
Yeah. So
especially to me, because your whole thing is we're intertwining God into this. It's well, if you're doing that, doesn't it mean it's for more than now? Shouldn't this be a big thing? That was weird to me.
Right.
Yeah.
So the thing is you're eternally bound,
mm-hmm.
but only in this lifetime. So on this earth, basically you're bound, but spiritually, once one dies, you're spiritually no longer there, basically. So
sure.
The other person is no longer bound to that person until they die, which is weird to me because then you could move on and find another spouse. But the only reason he says that, and it's because that's how the Bible basically says it, is you are bound to this person until death. That's why they say, until I die, or until you die, or whatever.
Until death do us part, whatever.
Until death do us part. So that's why he says it like that. Is it literally is, according to the Bible, you guys are together and bound by God until you die.
Yeah.
And after that, you're free to move on if you want to. It's not saying you have to.
No, I know.
Go find another partner. But yes, it is a little bit true. And I'll tell you one thing. Because we are allowed to, because he's it's your guys' wedding. If there's anything, because he shows us everything he's going to talk about.
Yeah.
But that was during the marriage counseling. This is what I'm going to say. This is what I lay out. This is what it is traditionally. And if there's anything that you want changed, let me know and I will change it.
Mm-hmm.
So I could have been hey, I don't like the idea of you saying that once one of us dies, the other one just moves on as if nothing happened.
Fair.
I could have told him that and he would have not have said that, or he would have worded it differently.
Fair.
So that's what I really like about him, of all pastors.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes they tend to be enforceful, this is how it is.
Yeah.
He's a real person. He is down to earth. He understands that we're all human and that we all make mistakes and stuff like that. He is not oh, I am hiding mighty just because I am a pastor.
Yeah.
That's what I like about him. He is I could, anything in here that makes you uncomfortable, if you don't want me to say it or you want me to reword it any differently, I will do it. And we didn't, and the thing is, what's crazy is we wanted it more traditional than what it was.
Interesting.
Yes. So that was the worst part. What you listen to where it says until death do us part thing. There's other things in there, like when he's talking about, I give myself to her and she gives herself to me. Their like original, like more traditional thing is more like the woman is submissive to the husband. Like the husband is the head of the house and what he says goes, and the woman is submits herself to him. And that's then it goes on to say like, the husband, same thing to the woman, but like it makes it seem like the woman is inferior to the husband. Yeah. And he himself changed that. We didn't change that. He changed the way that's worded, because I don't think I think he knows that there's a lot of people that don't agree with that sentiment. Fair. Basically. So, someone's awake.
Somebody's awake. But yeah, that was not
Hello, child.
Oh, I do know everybody was fighting over the baby for a while there.
Yes, they very much enjoy the baby.
At the reception when Mom had her, it was like my sister was like, a line started forming of people who wanted to hold the baby. Nobody else did, obviously, because like Mom had her and then Aspen's mom came over and got her. But because my mom was like, you guys should just go eat. I've got this. It's fine.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. So she is quite the cutie. And honestly, I got to say, she did really well this entire wedding. I was worried that she was going to be fussy and be kind of a handful. And she stayed up with us until like 12:30, just like wide-eyed and bushy-tailed, just happy can be. Just, didn't really do much crying. She would whine a little bit when she was hungry, and then Aspen would feed her. And honestly, her feeding windows were like perfectly timed somehow. Or like we had little breaks, and Aspen would feed her, and then we'd burp her, and she'd throw up all over everything, and then she was happy for a while, and
Yeah.
So I got to say, she did really well, and I'm very proud of my little daughter. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, what are you doing? She's very focused on something.
I don't know what though.
Something has caught her attention in this general direction.
Yeah, what's over there?
I honestly think it's because Aspen brought her in and then walked away, and she's like, "Hey, where the hell are you going?"
Yeah, why would you leave?
She can also see through the crack of the door and see Aspen moving around. So Aspen's over in the kitchen.
Where'd Mom go? Why am I stuck in this? Why am I stuck in this stinky room?
You don't smell that bad.
Why am I stuck in this stinky room?
Yeah. What are you doing, huh, Bubby? What are you doing? Just hanging out. She's really starting to try and figure out her motor function.
Yeah.
So like she'll be sitting here and kind of just really working her hands, and she's really starting to look around, and I think she's really starting to be able to see colors and stuff for the first time. She'll really fixate on something for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's fun.
But she's growing. Like honestly, she's getting so heavy. It's crazy. Like if you hold her for a long time, like your arm starts falling asleep, and it gets hard to hold her. And so right now she's grunting, so I'm pretty sure she's trying to poop.
Nice.
But
I mean, that makes sense. She is on camera. That is her.
Yep, that's her goal. Cue. Yep. Any time she can try and embarrass Dad, she will take it.
And that's good. I hope that continues for all time. Because it's really funny.
Yeah, Dad, I think it's funny.
Yeah.
I like embarrassing him. You'll probably do that for the rest of your life. You'll try to embarrass me.
You deserve it.
Yep.
Bro just got destroyed.
Right in my hand.
Nice. Luckily, we are basically at the end, so...
Oh, is that funny? You think that was funny?
Yeah, we all do. We all think it was pretty funny.
Did you poop on Dad?
TBH.
Even though it's in the diaper, like I feel the warmth, and it's just the warmth on my... Oh, and it stinks. Babe.
Oh, you have to deal with this one. You don't...
Your daughter just exploded.
Your daughter just exploded. Somebody clip it.
Yes, you have 2 minutes, but she stinks.
No, you're gonna go take care of this one. What do you mean?
Probably, yeah.
Why are you?
Aspen is busy, so once we're off here, I'm gonna go change it.
Honestly, we're gonna end it early so we can make it your problem. You're welcome.
You're just ass, aren't you?
Oh, it's so funny.
I gotta read a ring anyway, and I want to start the download again on Fortnite. So,
but yeah, also works. It's so funny to me. So yes, I am just the worst, but it's really funny. So. So, yes, I do. I do enjoy bullying. So, have fun with that. But yeah,
I will.
Hopefully, next time we get to come down, we get to come hang out with you guys for a bit longer. That was the hope. But yeah,
eventually you'll get to tour my house.
Yeah, that was the hope.
Right.
But, I'm glad we didn't really get to try Friday because it sounds like we wouldn't have gotten to anyways. But
right. Oh, jeez, kid. Perhaps when Aspen and I come down to Blackhawk, if we get super bored or don't have anything else to do, maybe we'll shoot over and meet up or something and go eat somewhere. Or
go get dinner. Yeah. That'd be fun. That'd be fun.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah, for sure.
We'll be in touch today.
For sure.
Aspen gave me the thumbs up on that idea, so it must be a decent plan.
Yeah. But all right, well, I guess he's got to go clean a diaper, so I guess that'll do it for us. So thanks for watching. We'll catch you in the next one. Peace.